An undeniable fact of life is that we will leave this earth at some point. So we may be the wisest person on earth today, but there will come a time when we won't be around to guide those that we really care about. But forget about us leaving this earth. What about your loved ones that are not in constant contact with you every day? We are not always around when our children need to make important decisions. We are not around when team members need to make important decisions. Would it not be wonderful if we had a tool or a way of thinking that we could access at every instant that we needed to make important life decisions? So if you ask me today what the ultimate gift was that I would like to give anybody, especially those that I deeply care about, it would be the gift to make wise decisions. For example, when my son needs to make decisions about friends, a life partner, an important financial decision, or when his values are tested, I would have peace of mind if I knew that he would come up with wise choices. Why is this such a challenge then? It is a simple fact of life that opportunity is provided, but that opportunity requires us to apply our decision making. Our decisions are not made for us. Painfully as they sometimes are, we have to make them ourselves. As a matter of fact, if you think carefully about it, we are the sum of the decisions we make along life's path. Isn't that so? So when you help anybody to make better decisions along life's path, you actually help that person to live a more meaningful and successful life. We all learn expensive lessons along our various life paths. So one yearns to offer these lessons to others in order to spare them the hardship that we have endured. The fact of the matter is, however, that none of us travel the same pathways. Hence, we cannot simply expect somebody else to apply our learning on their respective pathways. It was a wise man, William Penn, who said centuries ago, "I shall not pass this way again." The answer is therefore to look for a more generic solution, one that be useful to every person on every pathway. So after applying my mind for some time, I realized that what is required is for us to master the art of navigation rather to have a specific tool. If we understood the basics of navigation, we should be able to find our way in life in almost any instance. Now, in these days, when you think about navigation, the first thing that springs to mind is the nifty little device called GPS. The core idea behind the GPS is simply that you enter your destination, it knows your actual position, and then with the help of satellites, you are guided towards that destination. The basic thing you need to do is to follow its orders and then to take some action to get you there. Would it be possible then, I thought, to come up with the human equivalent of a GPS? And after quite some pondering, it was clear to me that there seems to be a link between a few elements of a GPS and the things we do in life. The GPS's destination is nothing else but our life's purpose. And then, once we have clarity of purpose, we need to take action in much the same way that we need to do when we use the GPS. We need to move towards the destination. Whereas the GPS uses satellite networks to provide guidance, what would be the human equivalent of the satellite network, I thought? The most obvious answer is, of course, our value system. It is our values that ultimately guide us when we are faced with decisions along life's path. So isn't that what we really want out of life? To have clarity of purpose, to be effective in our behavior, and then to have guiding values that lead us to achieve what we envisaged as meaningful. The importance of purpose, behavior, and values is actually nothing new. In what was, however, a breakthrough to me, I realized that what makes a GPS so powerful is the fact that it operates as a system. Hence, I needed to interconnect purpose, values, and behaviors. Once I did that simple thing, all kinds of interesting things started to become clear to me. For example, wouldn't it be nice if your values mapped 100% on your purpose, and your behaviors were 100% focused at achieving your purpose? And every action you took were guided by values that were fully supportive of that type of behavior. I will call such a situation synchronization. I could imagine how that type of life could look like. On the other hand, what would happen if you were not clear on your purpose? How effective would you be if you didn't know your core strengths? And what if you were unsure about your values? How would a life guided by such a GPS look like? I think we all agree that it's worthwhile to further explore these ideas and to ensure that our personal GPS is in good shape. I will share more about that in part 2 of this journey. In the meantime, you can check out the health of your own guidance system at an online system especially developed for this purpose. Enjoy.